Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down the roadmap to managing hypertension. We're going to take what usually feels like a totally overwhelming list of clinical instructions and transform it into a practical, empowering lifestyle plan. Seriously, if you've ever felt completely lost trying to manage your blood pressure, you are in exactly the right place. Let's dive right in by comparing the human heart to a car engine. Think about it. If the pressure inside that motor is constantly running high, just pinned in the red zone for way too long, well, that engine is going to get exhausted and wear out incredibly fast. High blood pressure works the exact same way. It puts this continuous, rapid wear and tear on your internal machinery. To get that engine back in top shape, we're exploring 5 essential maintenance pillars today: the human engine, high-quality fuel, mechanics and oil changes, reading the dashboard, and finally, the garage rest. Let's start with Section 1, the human engine, and understanding the roadmap. The crucial takeaway here is that tackling hypertension isn't just about nodding along to complex medical orders and, passively taking a few pills. It's actually a super empowering lifestyle choice. This is a comprehensive roadmap that actively puts you in the driver's seat, so you can keep your body's most vital motor running at absolute peak efficiency. Moving on to Section 2, high-quality fuel and the DASH diet. Now, DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. And hey, this isn't about starving yourself. It's about eating smart. This fuel cuts right through those artery-clogging saturated fats that directly spike your pressure. Instead, we're focusing heavily on fresh, vibrant fruits, leafy greens, whole grains, and lean proteins. I mean, if you put cheap, watered-down gas in a sports car, the performance drops instantly, right? Well, this diet is your premium fuel. There's also this pretty magical dynamic between sodium and potassium. While you absolutely must keep your sodium strictly under 1,500 to 2,300 milligrams a day, potassium, that's your secret weapon. Foods like spinach, bananas, and sweet potatoes act like a physiological bouncer. Assuming your kidneys are totally healthy, potassium actively helps your body kick out the bad stuff. It flushes that excess sodium right out the door, which takes a massive load off your arterial walls. Next up is Section 3, mechanics and oil changes, looking at exercise and medication. The magic number here is 150. That's 150 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise per week. It's a number doctors throw around constantly, but honestly, it can sound pretty intimidating. So let's break it down into something far more manageable so it doesn't totally hijack your daily routine. By chunking this goal into 3 simple steps, it becomes a breeze. We're talking about merely 30 minutes of activity, like a brisk walk, maybe some cycling or swimming, repeated just 5 days a week. And why does this actually matter? Because the heart is a muscle. By keeping up this simple routine, you're literally training that muscle to pump blood with way less effort. And when your heart doesn't have to work as hard, the pressure on those arterial walls drops significantly. Then, of course, we have medication. You can think of medication as your engine's regular oil change. It protects against those dangerous sudden fluctuations. The golden rule here is consistency. You've got to take it at the exact same time every single day. The absolute biggest mistake people make? Quitting cold turkey just because the numbers look good. As this quote perfectly points out, a normal reading just means the oil change is working. It doesn't mean the underlying hypertension is magically cured. Let's head into Section 4, reading the dashboard with home monitoring. Just like your car's dashboard tells you how the engine's doing, you have to track your own internal data. But there's a fascinating hurdle here. You really need to monitor this at home because clinic readings can get totally skewed by something called white coat syndrome. It is incredibly common. Just walking into a doctor's office triggers a natural stress response, this temporary anxiety that artificially spikes your blood pressure. It gives a completely misleading picture. That's exactly why your quiet living room, far away from any exam table, is the absolute best place to find your true daily baseline. But to get a genuinely accurate reading on that home dashboard, you have to follow the physical rules by the book. It's a literal checklist. Absolutely 0 caffeine, tobacco, or exercise for 30 minutes beforehand. You need to sit and rest quietly for 5 minutes. Back supported, feet totally flat on the floor. And here is a crucial detail. Please avoid those convenient little wrist cuffs. They are generally way less accurate than a validated, automated upper arm monitor. Finally, we arrive at Section 5, the garage rest, covering sleep and daily habits. Let's look at the internal chemistry of what actually happens when we don't rest. Stressors like chronic sleep deprivation and excess alcohol don't just make you feel groggy. They act as a terrifying internal alarm bell for your body. This alarm just floods your system with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. The direct results? It dangerously and chronically constricts your blood vessels while forcing your heart rate to shoot right up. To shield your blood vessels from that constant constriction, we have to set some hard limits. That means a maximum of 1 alcoholic drink a day for women and 2 for men. But honestly, even more importantly, it means locking in 7 to 8 hours of deep, uninterrupted sleep. When you fiercely protect that sleep hygiene, you're giving your autonomic nervous system the ultimate chance to just calm down, hit reset, and naturally lower your blood pressure overnight. It lets your heart finally regenerate its energy. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to take a step back, look at these 5 pillars, and ask yourself a question. Is managing your blood pressure just a daily chore, some frustrating struggle to lower a number, or is it actually the ultimate roadmap to a stronger, much more resilient journey ahead?